Scrum is founded on holistic process theory, or empiricism. Empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is known. Scrum employs an iterative incremental approach to optimize predictability and control risk. 3 pillars uphold every implementation of empirical process control: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Transparency. Significant aspects of the process must be visible to those responsible for the outcome. Transparency requires those aspects be defined by a common standard so observers share a common understanding of what is being seen. For example, a common language referring to the process must be shared by all participants, and those performing the work and those accepting the work product must share a common definition of done. I think this is the most important pillar in Scrum because it does not only secure the health of the process but also the framework and motivation needed in a team to be suitable for Scrum. If you don't have a team working in transparency on all subject matters, you cannot build the rest of the 2 pillars. That's why I believe this is the most important pillar, not only in Scrum, but also for any kind of teamwork. The most important responsibility to bring a culture of transparency is the Scrum Masters. But the Scrum Master cannot achieve this alone without product owner. Scrum is not suitable for teams who have hidden personal agendas. Product owner should set the example of sincerity, honesty, and an open-minded approach to any question or problem. If the product owner starts acting in an "I know it all" and "I know it well" manner in discussions with the team, the rest of the team will lose transparent communication, and developers will start writing code that you are not even aware of. If this happens, the project is doomed. This is also one of the most important issues for those of you who will transition from being a product manager in a marketing department into being a product owner. While working as a product manager in the marketing department, you may need to work as a customer. Sometimes you will ignore transparency to drive your goals. This behavior would break transparency and will fail agile, which will result as a failure for the product owner too. Inspection. Scrum users must frequently inspect Scrum artifacts and progress toward a sprint goal to detect undesirable variances. Their inspection should not be so frequent that inspection gets in the way of the work. Inspections are most beneficial when diligently performed by skilled inspectors at the point of work. Everyone in the team should be involved in inspection and should be free to share opinions. Anything found in inspection should not be associated with a team member within the Scrum team, because the results of the inspection should be owned by the entire Scrum team, not the individuals. Adaptation. If an inspector determines that one or more aspects of a process deviate outside acceptable limits and that the resulting product will be unacceptable, the process or the material being processed must be adjusted. An adjustment must be made as soon as possible to minimize further deviation. Scrum Values. In July 2016, the founders of Scrum Guide decided to update the guide, adding the Scrum Values. I believe that this was the result of Scrum practitioners focusing too much on the Scrum events, but forgetting about the team culture needed in order to achieve success with Scrum. Scrum Masters started to focus only if the events are being held and the artifacts of Scrum are being created. While focusing too much on the process, they started missing one of the main points of Scrum. Don't focus on the process. Focus on the work and people. These values brought back the attention of what you need in a successful agile team. When the values of commitment, courage, focus, openness, and respect are embodied and lived by the Scrum team, the Scrum pillars of transparency, inspection, and adaptation come to life and build trust for everyone. The Scrum team members learn and explore those values as they work with the Scrum events, roles, and artifacts. Successful use of Scrum depends on people becoming more proficient in living these 5 values. People personally commit to achieving the goals of the Scrum team. The Scrum team members have courage to do the right thing and work on tough problems. Everyone focuses on the work of the sprint and the goals of the Scrum team. The Scrum team and its stakeholders agree to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. Scrum team members respect each other to be capable, independent people.